All right, people. Welcome to Coffee with Tim Black. I'm your host, Tim Black. Yesterday, Senator Cory Booker of New Jersey introduced a bill that I can't find anyone who has a problem with it who has an ounce of respect in their souls for justice. It's called the Marijuana Justice Act, and this bill will not only legalize marijuana on the federal level, this bill would expunge those who had convictions for simple possession, use of marijuana. Yeah. It's one of those bills that you just got to cheer for. It's one of those bills that you just got to say, hey, this is amazing. It's one of those bills where you want to look at the legislator and say, man or woman, you're all right with me. Only problem is this bill doesn't have a snowball's chance in hell of succeeding. So, yeah, I'm excited about the bill because it's the right tone. You know, it sounds good, but, you know, feels good. But can it do some good? This marijuana bill goes so far in the direction of where we need to go. I mean, he's not only talking about legalizing marijuana, not only expunging, but he says, okay, these states will be punished if they don't legalize marijuana. States who continue to lock up black folks disproportionately, right? Because we know black and white folks use weed at the same rate, but a recent study showed that black folks get, hit with marijuana charges like 4 times as often. That's because they get searched more than 4 or 5 times as often. So police stations, or I should say police departments that focus on locking up poor black people, poor Latino people too, poor white people too, all you. Poor people, poor black people particularly, they will get a cut in their funding. That's right, they're going to be cutting their funding. So now they have an incentive that's a monetary incentive for them to come along for the ride and join the federal level, if this bill passes, in legalizing marijuana. I'm trying my best to be open-minded to what the good senator of New Jersey is presenting, because we should support folks who put forth legislation that is tackling issues that we care about. We should be down for that. We should support that. Okay? Problem is this. I don't want to get people's hopes up about this bill. But there's one point that Mr. Booker made in his live stream on Facebook when he announced the bill. He said, it's also about changing the conversation. Because even if this bill doesn't pass, to have the national dialogue on this issue, it helps. So I get that. I weighed it. I get it. But see, Bernie Sanders introduced a bill just like this a couple years ago, and Bernie Sanders could not get that bill passed. So now we're supposed to believe that the Democrats can get it passed? Now, all of a sudden, there's a change? I just don't know if I feel good about saying that. So we need reasons to believe that this is a worthwhile endeavor, and that's one of the reasons why I want Cory Booker to come on the show to explain why we should get behind it and what's the thought process behind it. Because we need some wins. The people need wins, not the Democrats or the Republicans or the Independents or the Green Party or the People's Independent Party. I'm talking about the people need wins. And I hate pushing people towards a loss for some type of moral victory. Look, I sent out a tweet to Cory Booker. I asked him to come on my show and talk about it. It's not always about winning on the first time out, man, but we got to fight for it. And I know a lot of people have asked me, Tim Black, why do you even care about politics? And that's a very fair question. It's because I woke up one day after looking at all the social issues I wanted to correct, like mass incarceration, police brutality, environmental issues, neighborhoods I grew up in, lead paint, all the issues we saw, right? Over-policing, bad business being done, no loans not being passed out, redlining, all the stuff I saw growing up, right? I realized that at some point, it just hit me. I realized that the things I wanted to get done, the things I thought needed to be changed, weren't just going to be changed by me making a video and getting pissed off. It would require the government to step in. It would require legislation. Legislation like this one by Cory Booker. Legislation like Bernie Sanders. legislation for the Medicare for All bill that he's going to put up. It's just so much an individual can do. Our government has put us in these situations. Laws are passed by governments. Laws need to be reversed by governments. Better laws need to be put in place. And that's something worth fighting for. Now, you had me at hello on why it's important. I get it. Families are destroyed over a little bit of weed, something most Americans have done. 60% of Americans think it should be legalized. And you would think that's enough, that more than half of the people in the country who supposedly run the government, because the government is by the people, for the people. So if 60% of the people want something to be done, it should be done, right? Nope. Like 70% of Americans want everybody to be covered, healthcare-wise. And that's not done either. And then when I say there's corruption and there's politicians playing politics, politicians taking money, making them becometh to organizations or special interests because they need money to run in a system that favors money. So it's a lot there. But once again, this is a good bill. It's just, can we get it through, and will we work together to get it through? I'm Tim Black for TBTV. Email me at tim@timblacktv.com with questions. The Marijuana Justice Act is a damn good piece of legislation. It does so much beyond my wildest dreams. I just want to put on some Marvin Gaye and grab my wife. But the truth is, if we can't pass it, if we can't put foot to butt and kick some of that to get this done, then we got nothing. Come on my show, Cory Booker. Tell my people about it. We love to hear from you.